Hello dear students, this is Mushtaq from MC Society Institute of Pharmacy Azam campus. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about introduction and classification of routes of drug administration. Outcome of this lecture, the students will be able to define the terms local effect and systemic effect of drug. The students will be able to classify various routes of drug administration. Introduction. In today's world, we know that there are a lot of medicines which are available in various dosage forms like tablets, capsules, ointments, injections, inhalers, etc. So, all these medications will be introduced in our body by many ways. In today's lecture, we are going to learn what are the various ways by which these dosage forms or medicines can be administered into our body. So normally we will either apply it on our skin, or we eat it orally, or we inject in our body. So depending on these things, we define the route of administration as it is the way or path through which drug enters into our body, known as route of drug administration. The way by which we introduce the drug in our body, so it may be by applying on the skin, or by injecting in our body, or by eating it. So depending on the drug effect, so we say that the drug may show local effect or systemic effect. Now, to understand these terms, first we have to understand what is effect. Effect means the changes which occurs in our normal physiology or biochemical reactions. So if the drug gets absorbed in our bloodstream and then shows effect, we call it a systemic effect. When the effect produced by the drug is in the area where it has been applied and did not get absorbed in bloodstream, then we call it as local effect. So we can define it as the effect produced by drug after being effectively absorbed in bloodstream is called as systemic effect. Means before showing the effect, it should get absorbed in our blood circulation, and from blood circulation it reaches the site of action, and at that place it shows its effect. For example, if we are having a headache, what we will do, we eat a tablet. That tablet gets into our body, that is in our stomach. From there it gets absorbed in the blood circulation. The blood will carry the drug to the brain, and where it shows effect, that is site of action is the brain. So it shows its effect after being effectively absorbed in blood circulation, then we call it a systemic effect. And local effect, so the effect produced by the drug in a localized area, that means where it has been applied, is known as local effect. For example, in the same way we are suffering from headache. Now we have two options. One is to eat a tablet, that is it shows a systemic effect. Other one is we can apply some creams or some ointments on our forehead, so it will reduce our headache. Now the effect produced by that drug is to a local area where it has been applied. It does not get absorbed in the blood circulation, so hence we call it as local effect. The another example of local effect is if you are feeling itchy on our skin, so we'll apply a cream. So after some time it gets the effect, the itching will stop. So now the effect is local effect. Why? The effect shown by the drug is in a localized area without getting absorbed in our blood circulation. So we have two effects, systemic effect and local effect. Next, coming to the Classification of route of administration. So we have basically three routes of administration. We can, that is enteral route, parenteral route, and topical or local route. So enteral route means the drug will get introduced in our body by the GI tract, that is gastrointestinal tract, which starts from mouth and ends at anus, that is last part of our digestive system. If we introduce the drug other than the GI tract, we call it as parenteral route. Para means beyond intestine, that is enteral. So that is called parenteral route, that is other than GI tract, that is other than from mouth to anus. If we apply on our skin, then we call it as a topical or local route. So we have three channels: enteral, parenteral, and topical. Again, these routes has been further classified into enteral route as oral in mouth cavity, sublingual route below tongue, enema in rectum. Parenteral route we has two categories: injection and inhalation. And local route we can apply on our skin, on our eyes, ear, nose, etc. Means the drug is not absorbed in the circulation, but their action is at the site of action, so site where applied. So you can see the enteral route, three figures: oral by taking tablets, sublingual we are keeping the drug below our tongue, and enema we put the drug in our rectum. Parenteral route, it has two categories. One is we can inject the drug in our body, or we can inhale the drug into the respiratory system. So parenteral route has two subcategories: injection and inhalation. Next, topical, we can apply on our skin, nose, eyes, ears, etc. So further we can see the detailed chart of routes of drug administration. Three types: enteral has three categories: oral, sublingual, and enema. And again, this enema has been classified into two types: evacuant and retention. Then the parenteral route has two types, that is injection and inhalation, and local application. So we have another route known as transdermal route. In this route, the drug is applied on the skin and it will get absorbed through the blood circulation present below the skin and show its systemic effect. So we can classify this category under parenteral route, and it has many types like hypodermoclysis, hypospray, implants, iontophoresis, infusions, adhesive tapes, etc. Next, injections. We have a lot of areas by which we can inject the drug. One is intradermal in the dermis layer, subcutaneous below the dermis, that is in subcutaneous layer, inside the muscle, that is for intramuscular, inside the veins we call it as intravenous, inside the arteries we call it as intraarterial injection, inside the medulla of our bones we call it as intramedullary, inside the joints we call it as intraarticular, inside the peritoneum layer we call it as intraperitoneal, in near the spinal cord we call it as intrathecal, and in the heart we call it as intracardiac injection. So in this diagram we can see the various routes by which the drug has been given, and some areas the drug is going to the blood circulation, and somewhat is showing its local as well as systemic effect. Next, by oral route we can give the dosage like solutions, syrups, tablets, capsules, etc. By rectal route we can give suppositories, powders, solutions. But topical, we know that ointments, cream, paste, lotions can be applied. Injections, we have various types like solutions, suspensions, etc. Respiratory system, we can give by aerosols, inhalers, sprays, gas, etc. Nasal route, normally solutions and our inhalation route is given. Eye, we can add solution, ointments, creams, etc. Through ear also same. Next, the route of administration, which shows the effect after some time. So in the fastest routes is intravenous routes. It take at least 30 to 60 seconds to show its effect. Next is intraosseous, which also takes 30 to 60 seconds, and intratracheal it takes 2 to 3 minutes. And similarly sublingual 3 to 5 minutes, intramuscular 10 to 20 minutes, subcutaneous 15 to 30 minutes, rectum 5 to 30 minutes. Injection means when we give the drug by oral route, it takes minimum or approximately 30 to 90 minutes to show its effect. And by transdermal route, topically we apply the drug, it may takes minutes to hours to show its effect. So by this we can say the fastest routes of drug administration is intravenous route, through which we can easily administer drug and it shows the fastest effect. So to get more effect or for longer duration of effect, we have many formulations modified. For that reason we call E. Okay. Next, no single method of drug administration ideal for all drugs in all circumstances. So it is very important info. So we have many ways by which a single drug can be administered. For example, a drug can be administered by oral route as well as parenteral route as well as inhalation route. So we can't say that for every time it will be better. So there is no single method of drug administration ideal for all drugs in all circumstances. So next, what we have learned today. So the way by which or the path by which the drug will enter in our body, we called it as route of drug administration. Second, we have two types of effects, that is local effect and systemic effect. When the drug gets absorbed into our blood circulation, then we call it as systemic effect, and when the drug shows its effect at the area where it has been applied is called as local effect. Then we have seen the channels of route of drug administration, basically three channels: antral, parenteral and topical. Thanks a lot.